The Alleghany Journal is delighted to host two very determined women today with Alleghany Highlands Community Services. Executive Director Ingrid Barber joins us, and Kayla Douglas, who is a support coordination supervisor for Alleghany Highlands Community Services. Welcome.
Good morning.
Thank you for having us.
You know, last year we talked about this, a similar event. And Ingrid, this is both cool and important. It's from an informational standpoint, what you're planning for, I believe it is March 29th, is pretty important. Tell us what's going on.
Well, we're going to have what we call the Developmental Services Awareness Festival downtown in Clifton Forge, and we're excited about it. This venue provides an opportunity for us to educate the public and also around developmental disabilities. It also allows our individuals the ability to work with people in the public so they can have an understanding of developmental disabilities. So we're going to have a number of events. I know Kayla's been working really hard and chairing the committee to get all of the vendors and all set up. But we did this last year. Chuck Unroe, the town manager, he was just so impressed with it. He said he'd like for this to be an annual event. And we at the CSB wanted to make sure that this was going to be an annual event for people in the community. So we're excited that we can educate people on developmental disabilities and let them have a great understanding that those individuals are people just like us, and they like the same things we like, and they like to do the same things that we like to do.
You know, Kayla, I learned a lot, especially, dealing in the last couple of years with Ingrid, and I must admit to a huge amount of ignorance about all these topics. And you were part and parcel of the effort last year, which was important. And I went up and down the various vendors, and, I really did learn a lot, and I think the public will too.
Yes, yeah. That's really our hope of just kind of spreading awareness, and also, like Ingrid said, allowing people to have that mindset of being inclusive. They are truly individuals that live a life just like you and I, and that's what we hope to promote.
Well, if I think I have it right, is that the event will happen on Church Street, downtown Clifton Forge, from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And so, Ingrid, tell us about, give the public a little feel for, you mentioned vendors, but, what can the public expect as they go up and down the Church Street Avenue?
Well, we're going to have some food vendors, from what I understand. There also is going to be some face painting for kids, creative kids. They're going to have some just vendors selling their own merchandise, which is really nice. So they have a line of people that are lined up for the whole event from 10 o'clock to 4 o'clock that will be there just to support. There may be crafters. I know we're going to have a line of different things. And then in addition, we'll have our individuals who are in our programs performing. So they'll be doing some dancing and clogging and those types of things. So there will be entertainment as well. And we're just opening it up not only to the families of the people that we serve, but we're opening us up to the community.
Kayla, just imagine that the average member of the public is pretty much like Jerry here. What does the term developmental disabilities mean? Does it mean that maybe I'm not as quick as some kind of standard, or what really is the definition of that term?
Yeah, so developmental disabilities, it encompasses things like people that have intellectual disabilities, so where they might have a lower IQ and need some support with cognitive abilities and functioning with day-to-day tasks. But it also encompasses things like blindness, deafness, cerebral palsy, anything that a person can be diagnosed with from the time they are born to age 22 and impact their developmental lifespan.
And Ingrid, as I understand it, Alleghany Highlands Community Services has a range of services to help with these issues. I never really thought about hearing being a developmental disability. So oddly enough, I've got a smile on my face because I can't hear a lick. So, I mean, and if I have one of these, which I happen to have, I just found out, how do they go about getting a portion of your services? Is this yet another one of those things where they can drop by Alleghany Highlands Community Services and get a little bit of hope for some help?
They can contact our developmental services administration office and set up an appointment, and an assessment will be done by a case manager to see if they qualify for services. And it gets a little complicated because for those who get our services, they have to also be eligible to have a waiver to pay for the services. But we have a number of programs for individuals with developmental and intellectual disabilities. Not only do we have our day support program, we have a waiver group home. We do community engagement for our individuals, and we take them out in the community, and we do a lot of different things, life skills training for them. So, we're always trying to find creative ways where they can be involved with the public and also be involved with a life like yours and ours, because that's what we want them to have. Back in 1987, President Ronald Reagan, he started Developmental Disabilities Awareness Month, and it's just been a tradition going forward because he wanted to make sure that special needs and population was recognized. So since 1987, they've been having these special months, and we have, as an agency, celebrated every March. So I'm excited. I think the individuals we serve are excited, and also the families are excited that we're going to have something like this here in Clifton Forge.
Well, thanks again for all you do. And I've just personally, I've learned so much in the last couple of years, and I think people attending this event will too. Let's recap briefly. It is March 29th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Church Street in Clifton Forge, and there's plenty of parking and that kind of thing for the public to engage this event. And we thank you very much for taking the time to speak with the Journal today.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
See you soon.